Hi, this is Miho from Canada. How are you guys doing? I hope the mental health and physical health are good and fit. So, today, if you want to do something new or challenge on something, but don't know where to start, how to start, what's gonna be, and you seek for people who already done it or been through it and ask to be mentored or be with them if you could, be surrounded by them so that you feel what they think and do and how to deal with their daily lives, so that you really learn from actual people who done it and being experienced the one that you really wanted to do in life. And the thing is, depends on what would you like to do. If something really big, your dream or goal, maybe the highly likely you have people around you who've done it, because something that you don't have around your life. But nowadays there's so many services available in the internet, so you could seek for a mentor or the coach, or you can research for those people who've done it, and you really align yourself to those people, and that's the key to get your frequency level up to their level, to learn and actually feel how they do things and how they think, and you get into their mental area that it could be really new to you, but it is a big opening eyes, awakening call for you. That's the best way and the quickest and the shortest way to do what you really wanted to achieve. It might take time because it's something really big. Your dream could be really unreachable, you think, at a time, but there are people who've done it and actually been through it, so you could learn the tactics part of it and also the mental part of it and a thought process to it. So it depends on people how they gone through that experience, so you gather those informations and data and put it into yourself to see which one would work. And that's a really big key for your success, for doing something challenging. For instance, when I start running, I was just casually running. And when I start thinking about running the marathon, which is totally new field, I really never thought of doing it until I met people who actually did the marathon. At the time, I thought they were crazy, like 42 kilometers or 26 miles on the road. Like, are they nuts? But actually, when I start hearing the stories, like, oh, okay, and maybe I wanted to do that once in my life. So I put myself on a training and I did it myself, like a training myself, because I was too busy to ask for the help or join the group of running or anything like that. So I did it all by myself. I had no information. Some information from people who run it, but not much. And I killed myself on the course, but I did it. Then I start to get really curious because there's so many people who run really well. And they put so much time and effort to train themselves. So I really got curious and I joined the club, the running room. And there's so many people who've done the marathon so many times, just blew my mind off. But as soon as I get into them, listening to their languages and their thoughts about running, it started to really dawn to me, like, oh, this is not unusual. That's how they think. This is not like strange thing. It's just they just do it, and you really strengthen your mental health, because the marathon is something like you have to really physically fit to do it, but at the same time it's a lot in the mental game, because when the mental is in a good state, you can sustain your distance. But if your mental is crashed, no matter how fit you are, you can't really push through it, or you just literally die. So this mental part, it really helped me, because they're really tough. Even though the weather is awful, they just do it, or they don't complain the way I used to do it, and they just follow their training, and they just do it. And those strong mentality, I couldn't have learned by myself, being by myself. So when you do something new, and probability is probably you have no one like that around you. That's why you wanted to do something new. And you could seek those people who already experienced or done it through that experience on the internet, or ask those people who done it to be mentored for or be coached for. So that's really a key and a shortcut to your path that you wanted to succeed, because you need those frequency, meaning that you need those energy, you need those thought process. You want to know how they think, because you think that's impossible, but there are actually people who have the skills and experience that done that, or achieved what you want to do. Like for instance, if you want millionaire. So if you want to become a millionaire, it's something that maybe you don't have around yourself. That's why you're not millionaire. And when you seek or look around, there are so many people who make so much money, and never mind a millionaire, they're a billionaire, right? So you start to collect the proof that there are people out there who've gone through that and been, that process. So they have the thought process and approach and how they lead their lives, because the day is 24 hours, 365 days a year. That's equal to everyone on this earth. And it must be a little trick or secret, to have something that you don't have, or because, they don't have 36 hours a day. They do have the same hours that you do, but they do use the hours in different ways. So you learn those things, or you just learn how they think and how they feel about life or anything that face in their lives. So you learn so much. So it's good to seek for the help, and like I said, mentored for or coached by those people, and you really gain your knowledge, and it opens your mind and awaken your alertness to see the different side of the world, and you start to discover more the possibilities, and it really moves you forward. And of course, like when you just listen to it, that's it, the end of the story. But actually, when you start implementing it, maybe that really pushes you forward. And yes, so that's it. And also, I was so sleepy, and I was taking a nap, because I did the fasting for 3 days, thinking that it will clean my body, or my constipation problem would clear, or just overall just clean my body and see how my body feels. And I start eating today, so I feel really, really sleepy. Anyways, so when I decided to do this, I've heard people do that, but I never interested in it. But last few weeks, I kept hearing, and friends were doing it. So I thought, okay, maybe once in my life I'd like to do it. And I had a best timing everything was kind of lined up really quietly, so I did it. And unlike my marathon, I had enough people who'd done it and had shown the experience and how they felt during and after. So it really helped me through those 3 days, because even if I felt a certain way, like really hungry, I thought, okay, this is normal, right? And then it's something that assure you that so many people have done it that you know of, so that you feel kind of safe, like feel ease, and you can get through it because, you know, friends have done it and they're fine too. And when you do that, one thing is that your alertness goes so much high. It's like more like awakening to the different world, because you're not eating, you drink a lot of water. I drank like 2 liters plus a day, and you don't spend a lot of time prepping food. Well, I did it for the family, but prepping food for yourself, or, you know, spending a time on eating and digesting, that takes a lot out of you, at the day, and that time out of your days too. And none of those existed. I just kept drinking water, hot water, and it really makes you alert, literally like really, really sharp. And besides that, like I really didn't have a lot of energy, so I didn't go for a run or anything like that. I did a little walk outside, or did a little workout, but not too much. And 3 days later, it's time to eat, and slowly introducing to the simple food, and you really feel and appreciate what the simple food tastes like. And you don't really crave for those complicated food. Like I had a granola, and I felt really heavy after, because it has so many different additives. And when I had like brown rice, or the sweet potatoes or squash, just a simple one ingredient, that made me so fulfilled and happy. And so I feel like going back to the early days in a human being. They just eat one thing, really simple, with the salt, you know, nothing really complicated. So that's another thing that I'm feeling, that wow, eating, it's really something joyful, like you really taste the food. So that's the main thing that I noticed. And when I start eating, I think a lot of things start to work, to digest and all that. So I think I had really sleepy moments, so I took the nap. I thought, okay, this is the moment that I need to celebrate that I've done the 3 days. So just another part of me that I've done something new the first time in my life. Anyway, so to wrap it up, so if you want to challenge something and don't know anybody around you who've done it, you seek for the help, or try to find the mentor or coach, or the mate or people who've done it, and get yourself into their circle, and at least they feel their energy and thought process and how they talk and what they think. So that really enhances your performance. So hope you're gonna have the great rest of the day. So see you soon.